The man you see here is acting like he has no idea what's going on, but he has a sick and twisted secret. Actually, he has more than one.
I'm gonna notify you of your Miranda, just so you know, okay?
How am I in trouble?
He's being arrested in connection to child sex crimes. Now, that would be disturbing and unacceptable in any situation, but what he does for work takes it to a new level. We're on the case presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris Stewart. We just got a major drop of information on a case of a child predator who appears to have hidden in plain sight as a police officer, a true wolf in sheep's clothing, if you will. We have the body cam footage and dozens of pages of witness statements in this case where a police officer was found to not only be exchanging explicit images with a minor, but he had a secret even worse that we'll talk about in just a moment. So let's begin with how this arrest went down.
I'm gonna pull up there so I can put some in here. Pull up there so I can put some people in here. I'm gonna grab him. Want him secured in mine?
We'll talk about it, man.
We're gonna go to this one right here.
What's going on?
Not much, man. They check you for anything?
This is police arresting one of their own in Oak Harbor, Ohio. It's kind of near Toledo in November of 2024. Now, the name of this officer is Austin Sabo. He worked as a police officer in Walbridge, Ohio, which is about a half hour away from where he was being put in cuffs. The SWAT team pulled up to his house and he is taken out. Now, before I get into the frankly disgusting accusations he faced in this case, here are his first interactions as a suspect with law enforcement.
Residence is secure. Blue team's clear.
Matt, y'all good?
He's already popping off. I'm just gonna Mirandize him. Are you good with that, or would
100%.
you rather you guys?
You put a camera or something there, just let it roll while he's in there. Yeah. All right, buddy.
So, I'm gonna notify you of your Miranda, just so you know, okay?
How am I in trouble?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, one will be provided for you. If you decide to answer any questions now without an attorney present, you will have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to an attorney. Do you understand all that, Austin?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see what's going on. Let them get squared away, and then they're going to talk to you. Okay?
Is my mom and her boyfriend also in trouble? Like, what's happening?
I just got some information here. Hold on.
All right.
Okay.
What?
I'm just leaving this back here. Okay.
Can I not? You don't know what's going on at all?
I have some idea, but it's not my case. So I
What?
don't like talking about stuff that's not my case. Let me see what they want to do, okay?
What? What?
Matt said 5 minutes he's gonna come over and talk to you. He's got to do a quick debrief and then they'll come talk to you. All
So,
right?
are they taking everyone?
No, man, I don't think they're taking everyone. I don't know what's going on. They're not gonna take everyone. But
What's happening? You know? Who's the main person?
well, it's for the residents. I can tell you that.
What's that?
It's for the residents.
What does that mean?
It's the search warrant's for the residents, not for the people. It's for the residents. You're being detained so they can do that search.
So they wanted the house.
Say that again, buddy.
No one's actually in trouble?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's obviously something. They got a search warrant for the house.
Boy, will you send that over to me?
They're gonna do their thing, and then they're gonna figure it out. And
Dude, I have work at 2 o'clock. I was literally asleep. I set my alarm for this time. I usually get up and shower and get dressed.
where are you working at?
Walbridge.
Oh,
I got hired.
yeah,
out
I
there.
didn't know that.
I like it out there. I actually have an app in because Genoa's down people too. I wonder what the heck they got a search warrant for. No one does anything. I come home, play my game. My mom's boyfriend, he just goes fishing 24/7, and she's a nurse.
Sabo is acting like he has no idea why law enforcement and the SWAT team would show up at his house. He was getting ready to go on shift, he says, at his department. But he didn't realize that he had been being watched. And he was actually, as you watch this body cam video, spending his last moments as a free man for the next several decades. So let's dive into why law enforcement showed up at his house on this day. We have more than 180 pages of information in a case file, and it all starts with a 17-year-old girl. That girl contacted her school resource officer, and she said that there was an adult who was sending her explicit pictures on Snapchat. The girl said that Sabo had requested to follow her on Snapchat, and he sent her a picture of the dashboard of his patrol car with the message, "Hey," with a couple extra Y's on there. Now, she said they made small talk, and then he told her that he was 23 years old. Now, the teen then replied that she was 17, and she asked Officer Sabo if that was a problem, to which the officer replied, quote, "It's not a problem with me as long as it's not a problem with you." Now, this is just one of the problems that this officer is about to face, and all of this goes much deeper than this. The pictures would bring Sabo into custody, and it would lead to a far more disgusting case of sexual abuse once this was made public. But before we get to that part of the story, I want to talk about what we're seeing play out at this officer's house where he lives with his mom and her boyfriend. In the case involving the 17-year-old, Officer Sabo told the teen that he lived in Oak Harbor and that he worked for the Walbridge Police Department, which are facts. He then told the teenager that he would let her know when he was on his way home from work and that he had a surprise for her. And this is where this story, it starts to get very scary. The teen says that Sabo texted, quote, "Maybe I should stop by." And then the teen said, no. Sabo then asked to pick the girl up. She then said that her parents were home, so that wouldn't be a good idea. She said that she could see on Snapchat, because it'll show your location if you share it, that Sabo was near her home. The teenager then asked the officer what his, quote, goal was, to which he replied, it could be just friends, it could be a relationship, it could be just hookup buddies. Now, again, we're talking about a member of law enforcement, and we're talking about a girl under the age of 18. Sabo then doubled down on having a, quote, surprise for this underage girl, and then he sent her a picture of his penis, according to the case records that we received in this Freedom of Information Act request. She then said that she tried to keep the conversation normal after that, maybe getting him off the topic that he seems to be just pressing over and over and over again. But according to the case files, the officer continued to send pictures of that part of his body. She says that he sent between 2 and 5 explicit photos to her. Now, the girl admitted that she had sent Sabo a picture of herself without clothes on after Sabo continued to push and told her to, quote, break the rules, after she said she previously got in trouble with her parents for sending explicit photos in the past. Sabo said, quote, it's attractive when girls break the rules. Sabo then messaged her through the night, and he told her that he could stop by when he got off work from the police department. She said that she couldn't, and then the next day he unfollowed her.
Can you maybe fix these a little bit, tighten down on me?
They're rolling on you, aren't they?
Yeah.
Policy says we gotta leave them on like this till we get everything figured out, okay?
No, you're good, man. I get it.
And then after that, we'll...
Did they take my mom, though? Where'd she go?
No, she's still here.
I don't see her.
She's in the other car.
I've never been, like, this is crazy.
Yeah, they're right over here, buddy. Car. We just moved it.
So the search warrant's for the house.
Correct. We'll get you unhooked here in a minute.
Perfect.
And your parents, you'll hang tight. It's cold out here. Once he drops the stuff off at the house, we'll cuff you in the front. We'll go back to the PD. We'll have a conversation. All right. Let you know a little more about what's going on.
It appears after he graduated high school, he enlisted in the Marines. Here's a picture that he shared on his Facebook account of him being in the Marines. Then he also posted in 2021 about getting a promotion while he was in the service. Now, all of that publicly makes it seem like this is a stand-up guy, but court records show that the reason he left the Marines was other than an honorable discharge. He was listed as going AWOL between October and November of 2021. Then how about this for a reference? When he applied to a sheriff's office in Ohio, his sergeant in the Marines said, quote, no way I can see him as a cop. I cannot endorse him to move forward. He would be a liability. Then another police department that he appears to have worked for said that he lied on his resume for not marking down if he had ever been fired from a job or that he had a disorderly conduct conviction. So during a psych evaluation, you also have a doctor who said, quote, compared to a police officer candidate group, Mr. Sabo reported a comparatively high level of physical aggressive behavior for a police officer candidate. Another police department marked him as, quote, poor when asked if he was trustworthy. He also said that the reason he went AWOL from the Marines was because of the COVID vaccine, which they also say wasn't true. They say the reason that he actually went AWOL from the Marines and was less than honorably discharged was because he wanted to be with a girlfriend.
Is everyone going to the PD?
No.
Just me?
Yeah, just you.
What? What?
You got shoes somewhere, Austin?
Yeah, I mean, right there in the front, there's Nikes.
Nike's right in the front.
What are they going in there and doing all that for?
They got a search warrant for the property. Again, I don't want to say anything that it's not our investigation.
What does it have any, like...
The SWAT team was just utilized, so as part of the SWAT team, obviously we come out with them. And then with as many people that were in the house, they asked for us to put you in the car so we can do one.
So I'm going to where to talk to him?
Probably back to the police department.
So it seems that Sabo kept the story that he had no idea what was going on until he didn't. The arresting officer writes, quote, "I explained that there were allegations that he had been recently chatting with and sending pictures to underage people on social media. Mr. Sabo appeared surprised and replied, 'What?' I explained that in the course of investigating the complaint, I had developed probable cause that led to the search warrant for his residence being granted." Sabo said he had no idea why someone would accuse him of that kind of crime, but he then said he, quote, "quick added 4 people on Snapchat the previous night and that those were the only 4 girls that he had on Snapchat." He then said, quote, "I literally don't have any females on Snapchat at all." He then said that it is the only means of communication he uses. Now, when asked about how quick adding someone works on Snapchat, Sabo replied, "To be honest with you, I have no idea how Snapchat works with that." He also said that he is a dad to a little girl.
It's just wild. You know, I don't have no care for any other person in this world as far as girls go, and it's just like, I want my family back, you know, and it sucks living an hour and a half away. I feel like I'm missing so much of short life already. It's been 4 months and I feel like I never see her. You know, if we were just together like we were, I'd see her every day, even if it was for a little bit. I'd come home from work, see her, and go, you know, before work, see her.
Court documents say that he listed girl dad on his profile because he doesn't like hiding the fact that he's older.
Oh yeah.
This guy's a
Like
genius
I said,
with that
I
stuff.
get home and I stay here and play the game, dude. I don't do nothing else. I got a kid now, so I just...
Yeah, what's going on with that? You weren't married to her, right?
No.
She was down in, what, New London?
New London, yeah.
Is she up here now?
No, she's still... We're not together.
You're not together?
It's kind of last
How long's that been going on?
few months. It's been pretty... Just turned 4 months old.
Yeah.
Let me clarify.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
And it's just been real rough on me lately mentally. That dude, like, not being able to be with her, and she lives like an hour and a half from here roughly, so it's like I can only...
What happened? Just disagreeing?
Yeah, really. And my truck's I can't just drive to New
down
London.
there. What are you making an hour at Walbridge?
Like $20. But I just started, so...
And are you full-time or part-time?
Part-time currently, but my FTO ends December 20th. And they're obviously kind of fast-tracking me a little bit more.
Now, it seems like Officer Sabo is talking this big game, even though he is new on the force. And then we obviously went through his personnel file that shows so many red flags about who he is and people who came forward in the review process that said he wouldn't be a good idea to be hired by a police department. And according to the court records that we have related to this case, when his police chief was told that he was being looked at for sending explicit images to underage girls, the police chief allegedly said that he was already planning to let Sabo go that day. Now, Sabo told investigators that he had not exchanged nude images with anyone for multiple years, and the women that he did exchange them with were of age. Now remember, police were going to get everything on this phone, and that includes messages and images that Sabo may have thought he deleted. Sabo then made a disturbing statement after this interrogation has gone on, and law enforcement have continued to press him on what they already know. The statement is, quote, "I will be honest, not within the last 2 years or so, people send you pictures, you know, and what's a male's first instinct? You're going to be like, holy expletive. Especially, you know, 17-year-olds look maybe 20. With Snapchat, you look at someone's bio and they don't have the first expletive thing they send you is a picture." Now, Sabo told the officers that he had no idea that the girl was 17 years old until after she sent him a nude picture, but police told him they thought he was lying. And remember, they have all the messages, they have the timelines of what this communication was. Police say that before he was taken away in that police cruiser and interrogated, Sabo told his mom outside their home that he did send nude images to a 17-year-old girl. Sabo then asked if the 17-year-old was going to get into trouble, and the officer responded that she wouldn't. The officer who's investigating Sabo said that Sabo was the adult, and also he's a police officer, and he should know better. Now, these explicit images, as I said, it's not the only secret that this man was hiding, because this story ends up being big news in the Toledo area. Everybody starts to know the name Austin Sabo, this police officer who is already accused of a terrible crime. And days later, on November 28th, this story got even more disturbing. And this is where we get to that other twisted secret that he kept. Austin's arrest makes the news, and a woman called after she saw this news story, and she said that her daughter had been victimized by Sabo 5 years prior in 2019. And she says her daughter was 12 years old at the time. The woman said that she had contacted another local sheriff's office, but charges were never filed. Police allege that Sabo, who would have been about 18 at the time, had sex with the 12-year-old after they had talked online. So you can see that this appeared to be a very strong case against this police officer who was about to be a former police officer. In March of this year, Austin Sabo pleaded guilty to the rape of a 12-year-old girl, illegal use of a minor or impaired person in nudity-oriented material or performance, sexual battery, unlawful sexual conduct with a minor, 3 counts of illegal use of a minor or impaired person in nudity-oriented material performance, unlawful sexual conduct with a minor, and disseminating matter harmful to juveniles. Now, this was actually less than the 25 charges he initially faced. The judge threw the book at him when it came to sentencing. Sabo was sentenced to 28.5 years to 34 years in prison, and if and when he gets out, he must also register as a Tier 3 sex offender, which requires him to register in person with a local sheriff's office every 90 days for the rest of his life. That will do it for On the Case, presented by Law&Crime. Subscribe to us on YouTube and Spotify, and we're also now streaming on Peacock. I'm Chris Stewart. We'll see you next time.